You're right. That was hilarious.
Okay, we're on air, and wanted to talk about this dumb Star Wars thing. I'm gonna do a thing on all the terrorist attacks, but I thought I think we need to wait before we can actually uh, do a stream about that. To be honest, before when we have all the facts and all that. But I actually wanted to do this because the movie's in or in theaters now, and the boycott of Star Wars Rogue One from the so-called alt-righters or the conservatives, cultural or no social no cultural conservatives anyway, and they've gone out to like say they don't want to watch the movie because really bad, and it's all about PC culture and all that crap. And I'm gonna find the tweet from Mike Cernovich, but said that the hashtag cost 100 million to the movie, which is fucking stupid, to be honest. Oh, here we go. I can share the screen. Entire. Let's see. Here we go. Here. Dumb Star Wars to cost Disney 100 million. We will organize more boycotts. It's fucking stupid.
This is what happens when you find way too many people with way too much give a fuck.
Yeah, and
yeah. Well, I can say right now the reason it didn't make like $240 million opening weekend was because it's not a part of the main episode. So and it wasn't like 10 years since the last one, and it's a spin-off basically, and there's really no like big actors or as big of a campaign compared to episode 7 or even 1.
Well, let's just call it.
I'm going to point out something here real fast too. You guys got to remember that this movie had opened up the weekend before Christmas. People are tired and they're done spending their money. If anything, we're going to see a much higher gross happen on either Christmas weekend or definitely on New Year's weekend when people are going to be out more and more willing to spend money again.
So they've restarted this hashtag now that the movie's out?
It came out before the movie, the hashtag.
No, I know, but it stopped for a while. It wasn't as popular, but now it's like...
They're celebrating something that they probably haven't even actually won, because you got to give it Christmas weekend and New Year's weekend, since this is the end of the year.
Well, can we just...
What, they're trying to say that it's going to fail? It's not going to fail.
Hold up. Can we just call this Star Wars movie exactly what it is? It's a gratuitous cash grab.
Just like with all the other Marvel movies. They're trying to do
it is based on the comics where they were, beforehand,
It's based on it, but what does it actually have to do with the story? Does it add to anything to it? Does it enhance the original story?
Actually, okay, so what it does is it literally okay, so I actually did see the movie. I was kind of confused at the beginning of the movie itself due to the timeline, but the very end of the movie literally can bleed into A New Hope. Like everything that happened in Rogue One is a prequel, an exact prequel that bleeds right into A New Hope.
So this is supposed to take place right after Anakin gets burned up and everything, right? And he gets
No, not right after. It's
No, it takes place right before Darth Vader goes finding Leia to get the blueprints for the Death Star. That's all this movie is.
Here's where it doesn't make sense. Here's where it doesn't make sense. As soon as Anakin got burned up, they showed the suit that they put Darth Vader in, and it wasn't that shitty little helmet that's in Rogue One, so it doesn't make any sense.
Well, between episode 3 and 4, there are like 17 years between those. Because
they also said that there's another suit that to try and limit him, and I guess that's what that is. There was some other suit that Palpatine put him in to try and limit his powers, and I guess that's what Rogue One has or whatever. But...
It looks like that Rogue One
but,
is using the original Vader costume.
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh, cool.
Because all I saw was that little triangular.
No,
thing
they
that
actually
he-
have somebody dressed up in Vader's costume, and it looks like
It
it's
makes
the
sense.
original costume from the original
Hmm.
3 released movies.
Well, that
And
makes
Rogue
sense.
Rogue One literally takes place right before A New Hope.
Well,
Yeah,
and
that-
Tiki, it's unfortunate we don't have somebody here to go, actually, if you take a really close look at the suit in all 3 movies.
But I find it so
I
annoying
did
that they're.
actually take a really close look at the suit for this movie, and I've seen the suit in the other 3 movies as well, because I grew up on the original 3 movies. And the suit itself
but-
does look like it came from the original set.
Prequels, right? They didn't have both set of movies out at the same time. You know, now we have the sequels coming out around the same time that the prequel thing is coming out, and it's so confusing. It's just like,
Well, actually,
Yeah.
the part that I was pointing out is I've actually seen people go into detail about the very minor differences in the suits in the first 3 original movies. And it's like, holy shit, why do you people pay that goddamn much attention to it? I'm talking
Those are
like
called fanatics.
I'm talking
Okay.
about such minute fucking details that you just want to look them in the face and go, who fucking
okay,
cares?
here's what actually happened, okay? You know
Actually
how
tell people that.
Palpatine at the end of the movie puts Anakin in the suit, right? So, what happened is
so
the
he can
original
actually
suit.
survive.
The original suit had limitations to it on purpose because Palpatine didn't want Anakin to be stronger than him.
Well, yeah, I've heard all the
So he-
stories. The suit had
And
built.
then he got a new suit after that.
Well, Chair, I was going to say, I've heard all the
Yeah.
stories about it. Had built-in limitations, and it was designed to keep him in constant pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even
So-
though he didn't seem like he was in pain.
Yeah, but
Well,
let's.
Actually,
I love the
Chair,
dumb story.
considering
White-
Chair, considering how a lot of my family were, my grandma was like in pain all the time, but you wouldn't know because
Yeah.
it was just
You know this
constantly there.
hashtag? This hashtag was supposed to be a joke. Like it wasn't supposed to be taken seriously. And then when the guy tweeted about the white supremacy thing, I think it's so stupid. It's ridiculous.
Well,
Yeah,
This hashtag, isn't it supposed to be about feminist propaganda, white supremacy, and how it's racist and a bunch of other things like that?
No, Dumb Star Wars is supposed to be the fact that it's against white supremacy, therefore against Trump. That's what they were mad about.
no. It's the alt right basically saying because of the PC culture that was in episode 7, and because some of the 2 writers like tweeted out the pin
Yep.
thing, they were not gonna
The writers
watch
literally
it.
said, they literally said that it was that the New Order is a white supremacist organization, and the Resistance are like multicultural group of people that's fighting against the white supremacists. And
That's
originally,
kinda-
that's what they were mad about.
hold up, that's kind of racist of them. How do we know there's not black people in those stormtrooper suits? I mean,
Honestly,
John
I don't
wasn't
know.
one for fuck's sakes.
Black.
Yeah,
It's black.
because in the earlier movies, they were all clones, and it wasn't a clone of a black guy.
Yeah, well, they were
But the new
Kiwi from
ones-
New Zealand, so they were all colors.
But the new ones didn't they say that they cloned some of them from Finn's genetic material?
No. They're basically kidnapped children and brought up to become soldiers. So
Yeah.
all of the new like stormtroopers are
Like that's what they should be upset about. They should be upset about the black slavery reference.
yeah. We can go through this so people also watching get a kind of sense of it. I have 2 articles. We go through this one from Eric Kane first. Because the internet is a festering cesspool of outrage designed to turn even the most mild quote toast. I don't know what the fuck that is. Ideas into battleground
Milk toast.
in
It
the
means like they're
unending,
plain, they're boring.
yeah, in the unending culture wars. We now have a controversy surrounding Star Wars Rogue One. It's silly, of course. On the one side, you have the right-wing or alt-right outrage warriors posting conspiracy theories about the film having been reshot to include anti-Trump message. These unstupidly grown-up men and women are crying and moaning and fomenting outrage because of said conspiracy theories, and because the cast of the movie is diverse and multicultural and so forth. Very unbecoming in grown adults to cry and gnash teeth and rend garments and all the rest over a movie about fictional war in space. But that's what outrage warriors do. It's a lucrative business on the left and the right. These right-wing outrage warriors have coined the hashtag dumb Star Wars hashtag to unite against the beloved franchise, much like they did with The Force Awakens last year. When it turned out one of the main characters was black. It's lovely irony when a bunch of people who complain about SJW's social justice warriors being too easily offended get so wind up and offended themselves over something as harmless as a space opera.
Well, you know what? Can we give this asshole an award for having missed the fucking point by a couple of 100 miles?
Well that's what the funny point is that a lot of these, the anti-SJW crowd who are complaining about, oh, it's against Trump, and it's like, it's not really. It's more against Hitler. You know, it's more an anti-Hitler message in the new movies.
I'm going to say this right now, as somebody who did vote for Trump, I did not see this movie as being anti-white supremacist. Anybody who's literally
by the way,
anti-white supremacist is
they're trying to argue.
Can I finish, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Thank you. Anyways, anybody who actually says that this movie is anti-white supremacist is either living under a rock or they're part of the KKK, and neither should be taken seriously.
KKK?
Yeah, well,
I've never heard of that.
The KKK.
Sounds dirty.
Okay, they're claiming that the New Order is a white supremacist group, but it's not the New Order in Rogue One. It's the original.
Well,
Empire.
they're basically saying the movie's anti-Trump. That's what they're basically basing this conspiracy theory on.
It's the galactic fucking empire out in space where there are aliens that are neither human nor white nor black. Yeah. What the fuck is up their ass?
Because you know, Trump is going around murdering people, right? Trump is blowing up planets and murdering people with the Force, right? He's never killed a single person in his life. Hillary, on the other hand, probably has ordered some deaths, either by drone or whatever.
She's done more than order some deaths. She's set up soldiers to purposely fail to kill them off because they either knew too much or other political personal agendas that she had.
No. In Benghazi, though, they could have sent help and they just didn't. And it was just stupid. It's just like...
Well, let's continue in this article. It's also funny when they say things like one Reddit user on the alt-right board who wrote, "They are brainwashing kids into hating white men." Oh my god!
I just can't believe that Adradal was going to tell the world he was breaking up with me this way. Bastard.
But Darth Vader's black.
So you guys know all the good guys are not just minority and women. There is a lot of people in the rebellion who were white. There was a lot of people in the actual movie who were whites that were part of the rebellion.
It was the
actually,
pilots.
I was going to say all the pilots, especially the leaders of each of the groups, happened to be a white male.
The blonde white male was the leader of the white fighter group.
And it hurts me to the core that they did not acknowledge the sacrifice of Porkins.
They're going to throw other black people in the later movies because Samuel L. Jackson is saying that, you know, what's his name?
Porkins
from the prequels
was thin, was a thin man in a fat body, okay?
Yes, it was.
Supposedly Mace Windu's still alive. Mace Windu didn't die, apparently. So
yeah, well, I think it did. Anyways, all the villains are white, and all the good guys are minorities and women. See, that's the retardedness of these people. So
they haven't seen the movie, obviously.
Yeah,
did they?
And it's funny because Darth Vader.
Did they forget the whole part where in one of the movies they cloned a Jamaican dude about a zillion times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're
Made
talking
an
about?
entire army off of one man, and he gets one clone that's not modified
Boba Fett, yeah.
to the specifics as part of the payment.
By the way, just so you know, that argument that Mace Windu is dead, no. George Lucas himself said that he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah,
but
To be
It's
fair,
unrelated, but
everyone
I'm sure they will bring
control
more
the canon. He no
doesn't
longer
really
controls
die
it.
anyway.
By the
I
way,
know.
how you doing, Marking? It's been forever.
I'm working
Yeah.
nights. I should actually be on my way out to go to work.
Huh. That sucks.
Fuck capitalism.
Hi, Optimus.
Oh, come on.
I would fuck a stripper named Capitalism. I haven't gotten laid really well in 2 years. I'm aching here, folks.
By the way, this live stream is brought to you by Tanga Eggs. Tanga Eggs. Make sure Marking Bad gets one too.
and you can't
Optimus
Say
ran away.
that-
Like, ooh, this is too personal.
No, actually, I think Optimus is having trouble keeping his Cybertronian butt in his seat.
and you can't even
You
say
know
that
what?
he's
I'm blaming
that
Unicron on
Vader's
that
like
one.
Trump. Vader doesn't have a democracy. Vader doesn't do voting.
Yeah.
Well,
but,
why couldn't we vote for our Dark Lord of the Sith? I mean, come on.
You got to keep in mind too that the Empire is supposed to be about what communism is, and the
No,
rebellion
it's-
is supposed to be what
it's-
democracy
It's
is.
the fall of the Roman
See, a lot
Republic to the Roman Empire. It has nothing to
A
do
lot of
with
them are
modern
white
history.
because a lot of them are white because
As
they're
we
related
keep
to
watching
each other.
Optimus pop in and out,
I mean,
But,
they're related to
I
each
think
other.
this game is
But-
being fucked by Optimus. He is in, he's out. He's in, he's out. He's in, he's out. He's in, he's out.
Also,
That sounds like
I-
what's happening to me.
that's
pretty much the whole movie, Darth Vader is in his black suit.
Well, I would
So
hope
the
so.
idea is
Sounds like
before
all
the
the Sith-
prequels. Before the prequels,
Yeah,
though, you
but-
wouldn't have known what color the guy was.
yeah. Well, in episode 6, you get to see his face,
Yeah.
and you know he's white because Luke's his son. Yeah. So
In case,
here,
Yeah, but his
because
voice was
Luke's-
black.
in
Yeah,
case
true.
anybody missed it,
Yeah.
apparently the SJWs lost their shit about not enough LGBT in Overwatch. So
Oh,
Blizzard
for
said,
fuck's
"Here
Oh,
you
that
go."
piece of bullshit again.
Yeah. So they said, "Well,
Do they even have
he's into girls too," and they're like, "Oh my god, LGBT can't be attractive."
Does Overwatch even have sex in it?
No, it doesn't fucking matter. Being gay does not make you more
Exactly.
powerful in this game.
All it is a
No, I'm
token
just asking-
gesture. So, we'll add a couple of carpet munchers to the game just to make the social justice recharge. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, but
Well, I heard that shit.
But it's not going
How are
to
they
shut
lesbian?
them up. That's the thing. Well, it's easy. You're a lesbian if you get down between a woman's legs like a man would.
I know.
Do the whole.
Do they show sex in the game? Do they
No.
show sex in the game?
Okay,
Yeah,
do they
Optimus,
show
are you
relationships in the
finally
game?
done? Are you done fucking
No.
the chat? Because I know you keep coming in and out.
I'm always fucking the chat.
I'm just saying though, in Overwatch, if there's no sex in the game, someone's a lesbian or not, you know?
Well, hold up. There's plenty of sex on the internet, and there's plenty of pictures of these characters having sex. So
Oh, okay, so
technically,
I suppose.
Rule 34, bitches.
Yeah.
Who's to say that just because you're part of LGBT community that you have to be attractive? You can be ugly and still be part of LGBT.
I just went back and did a cringe.
I think that was another
covered,
thing they were pissed off.
I,
Why do gay people have to be attractive? Oh,
I looked into Lacey Green's
Well,
different movie.
because nobody else would want to fuck them if they weren't attractive. Duh.
And Lena Dunham is fucking up Twitter too. We can discuss that later, but
Let's continue.
Lena Dunham is ass cancer on steroids at this point.
Yeah. I'll tell you later what happened. But yeah.
I already know.
Uh,
what.
let's-
What's the article?
Let's
Other article say?
continue in the article. Because Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Han Solo were all black women. On the other side, you have some progressive leaping into the fray to make silly comparisons between Trump, his supporters, and the Empire. While I do agree that the Empire is a direct parallel to Nazi Germany and is very obviously portrayed as white
I'm gonna-
supremacist fascist organization.
I'm
Well,
gonna put gonna put this out there.
The New Order.
Trump, if you happen to hear this, could you please make it legal to shoot social justice warriors in the ass?
First off,
Please!
if it is talking,
Like, seriously,
if it is referring to neo-Nazis, though, the stormtroopers in the early movies are morons.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
that's
It's
what we're
referring to
saying.
Nazis, not neo-Nazis. Neo-Nazis is an American racial group.
Well, it says
But
neo-Nazis in
the
article,
whole white supremacists, they're not white supremacists because they hate aliens. They love
No, but here's
humans.
the thing: is
If you
What I'm
look,
saying
you can see
is
my enthusiasm in
Empire-
my face.
okay, when they made the movie, George Lucas was aiming the Nazis in the Empire. The New Order, on the other hand, that whole speech scene was specifically designed to look like it was done on purpose.
Well,
But the
that's
original
because-
movies, I don't believe it was done on purpose. I don't really.
Yeah,
think it was.
because subtlety. J.J. Abrams is a shitty director, and Episode 7 has a Mary Sue and talking bad overall writing because it's a fucking.
Hey,
mess.
now,
No, and
Jar
here's
Jar,
the other thing, though.
hold up. Jar Jar Abrams is a master of lens flare. Let's not put the man down. Come on.
Okay. To hear though is that the stormtroopers in the Empire, were cloned from a black man.
Yeah, we were already
I would
talking
go
about that.
more.
I know, but
I
so
would go
therefore,
for
all the
Latino.
stormtroopers would be black underneath that fucking mask. They're all black.
Well, on the bright side, I can add some more stuff to my stream. Ooh.
Black slaves, but still black.
Yeah. Here, let's see. And the writer of Rogue One, he also said this, that the New Order or the Empire was basically a white supremacist organization. But again, that's not true because they're pro-humans. They exclude all aliens and don't want any aliens within the New Order or Empire. That's the whole.
And that
kind of-
dumbass writer is referring to the EU shit, not to the original Star Wars shit, too, with that quote.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're getting all the movies mixed up. I mean, Rogue One is totally different than, it's group of bad guys. It really is.
Yeah.
Technically, but because somehow they're gonna reveal that. I know that, but
I know in like I think it was episode 5 and 6 they had they switched generations with the Empire, so it wasn't all black. But if you watch Rebels, may know why. But anyways, that's beside the point.
it's not enough that one of the main characters is gonna turn out to be gay in the next movie.
Actually, Andrew Dahl, I have to point this out. Pastophobia actually brought up a point that they're maybe human supremacists.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
They're human supremacists. That's what I said. They hate aliens. They hate everyone else. The only exception to this rule has been thrown, which is now canon in the new Rebel series. They hate everyone else. Like, look at episode 5 where they basically say scum to these bounty hunters who are aliens. We don't need their scum. You remember that? That's because they hate aliens. Because anyways, let's continue. I don't think it's necessary to pen a bunch of think pieces claiming things like Rogue One is Donald Trump's worst nightmare. That's a little breathless and silly. Though the neo-Nazis who support Trump who should probably stay at home if they're offended by watching their fictional fascist brethren get beat down over and over again by the good guys.
Do these people? Hold up. Do these people, when they come up with this shit they're writing, do they just beat off the whole fucking time they're writing it?
Every time I hear about people
this
whining
sounds
about
like-
fictional characters, I keep reminding myself about Ben Affleck and Jay and Silent Bomb. Fictional characters, no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless
that's
it's the
just
Ghostbusters movie.
well. If you stop and think about it, it's like this all sounds like not just virtue signaling, but political masturbation.
Well, somebody's clearly getting off on it, and it's not me.
That ain't me either.
Don't worry, that money shot is coming.
But what will get you off, boys and girls, are Tenga eggs. Tenga eggs. Get one today.
Tanga eggs.
This dream.
The B list is trying so hard to get sponsored by Tanga eggs.
Well,
Take
check
it. Tenga
Go ahead,
eggs.
Optimus.
Let's
Fuck
continue.
off.
Let's continue with this article. Good guys who mirror the liberal democratic Western nations that compromised the Allied forces in the Second World War. But Lucas never said or implied that this was... anyways. This is why when Disney CEO Bob Iger says that Rogue One is not a film that is in any way a political film, I have to strenuously disagree. There are no political statements in it at all, according to Iger. I call shenanigans. Well, what the fuck?
I'm starting to think maybe at some point I should start having the audience keep a running tally of the number of times I roll my eyes during one of these.
Well, but
Yeah, the cringe is strong in this one.
the original trilogy was not really political because it was about the family story. The prequels were about politics. Lucas was trying something different with showing how politics from both sides can make make someone try to do something for the right things, but doing all the wrong things, basically. If you look at it that way, but I haven't seen the new one yet, but I kind of doubt it's about politics. Episode 7 wasn't really about politics except
no
for the writing. Yeah, so
Well, the prequels were technically the political part.
yeah,
because
well, that's
it's
what I
all
said.
about yeah,
Because you have basically you could kind of compare it to the the Republic being like the left and being taken over by the SGWs. You can look at it that way. You can look at it in many ways, and you can look at the separatists as the conservatives, basically. But there's many ways you can look at it. But the execution was probably not the best. But it had political elements. Doesn't mean it like said, oh, the left is good or the right is bad. It never made any such statements. So it had political elements without being political, if that makes sense. That's what I get from Star Wars. Let's continue then. Star Wars may not be a political franchise in that it speaks directly to current political events, but it's a deeply political franchise. It's a story that celebrates freedom, unity, and standing up against evil. Star Wars is a celebration of Western liberal democratic values and the overcoming of terrible odds against an enemy that despises those ideals.
yeah. But if you if you look at real world politics, we did stand up to evil, and they're shitting all over us for it.
Yeah.
So this is where it comes to looking for a fire without smoke.
Yeah. It is wholly anti-fascism in both in its war against the Empire and its more a subtle denunciation of the original Jedi Order, which had its own troubling tendencies, like taking children from their homes to train them to be child soldiers. Yeah, that's that's the Jedi. You can also look at it like that is evil, and the New Order did this as well. So it depends on your point of view. Like Palpatine says, everything from the everything from the stormtroopers to the design of the Imperial uniforms, Lucas modeled after the Nazis. I sincerely doubt there is a specific anti-Trump message backed into Rogue One, but that doesn't mean there is nothing political about the film whatsoever. What's the point of this, anyways? Um, I'm just saying that the left and the right, alt-right and the HWs are being fucking retards. And the hashtag itself, like I shared in the beginning, Mike Cernovich claiming that the movie lost over $100 million because of the hashtag is fucking stupid. Because the hashtag doesn't make it was never supposed to make 240 million bucks. So, or 250 million bucks.
It was just a distraction until they can get the next one done.
A little filler.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's also I would also look at these as experiments, where you don't have to follow the main storylines, and you can kind of tell new stories. Even though I'm not really looking forward to the Han Solo movie, you can create like new stories which don't really tie into the where you can create your own characters and almost do whatever you want. Like Rogue One, it's just one line from the original credits of Episode 4. You do whatever you want as long as they delivered the Death Star plans. Like you can basically do anything with that.
Yeah, but at least they didn't make a clone of the prequels or something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and
Boba Fett movie too.
Yeah, apparently that's in work. Or Obi-Wan Kenobi movie has also.
From what I understand, it was this one, the Han Solo movie, and right now they don't know what they want to do with the last one. I keep hearing Yoda, and
no, Yoda is not going to happen.
Yep.
Because that would be like ruining someone's origin, like the Joker, like making.
Well, they already did that.
Yeah, I know. In Batman, the first Batman movie, which was,
I'm not even talking about that.
Talking about Batman with Nicolas Cage as the Joker.
No, I'm fucking talking about Suicide Squad.
Oh,
Ghetto Joker.
Ghetto Joker and crack whore Harley Quinn.
Yep.
Well, no, I'm talking about the original OG Batman from 1989, where they had. Yeah, where they had an origin to Joker, but the whole thing with characters like Yoda and Joker, they're supposed to be mysterious. So,
yeah.
Well, let's continue with this one. Indeed, Star Wars shares much in common with Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, which also drew parallels between the rise of fascism in Europe and the power of Sauron in Middle-earth, and the good of men and women who risk everything to stop a great evil. While Tolkien and George Lucas came from very different political backgrounds, both men shared the same belief in basic Western values. So do most people in modern democracies, and many people elsewhere too.
Well, you know, and whatever happened to like some of the guys from Industrial Light and Magic after the first Star Wars came out, they just did a film for fun called The Wizard of Speed and Time. And that was like them fucking around with special effects.
By the way, Man in the High Castle, amazing show.
Why does anybody wrote anything near that time period? It has to do with fascism. Actually, from what I remember correctly, Tolkien wrote that stuff before World War II.
I don't know if you noticed, but every character in the Lord of the Rings is fucking white. I noticed that.
Well, yeah, because in the fantasy world, when it comes to anything involving fantasy-related things, all the races tend to be white. The dwarves are white because
no one's complaining about that.
The lack of sun that they get for living underground. The elves are white because they're supposed to be beautiful, pure, and elegant. The humans are white because it's taking place in Europe, most notably northern part of Europe. The hobbits are white because, again, like the humans, it's taking place in the most northern part of Europe.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you don't hear people going, boycott Lord of the Rings, you know.
Well, of course you won't hear that. It's fantasy. Fantasy, it's okay. Well,
Star
so
Wars
is Star Wars. So is Star Wars. Star Wars is fantasy as well. We don't need diversity in a movie. You just keep pushing on these diversities in movies. And it's sickening. I'm so sick and tired of it. I'm ready to make my own movie and say, fuck you minorities, and just make it an all-white cast because I know that the people who I hire will know what they're doing.
Tiki, how about hold up. I've got an idea. If you're going to do that, do exactly to them what they keep doing to us. Take the movie Shaka Zulu and remake it with an entirely white cast.
Or make
I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna recast everything and redo the movie Roots so that it's
instead of
white people.
Instead of making everybody women in these movies, let's remake them with black people. Like all the Ghostbusters have to be black, and the one Ernie Hudson's character will be white. The rest of them will be all black, and then we'll do have to be all black.
Well, by technicality, what I'm talking about with an all-white cast of people for something as strong and emotional for the movie Roots is that it's by definition that is called whitewashing. And I find that hilarious that nobody has criticized Anita Sarkeesian for whitewashing three women in her own series where she's playing a portrayal of a black woman. Of a Chinese.
Well, let's look at Medea. Japanese Medea is all black.
Yeah, Medea is a different story, though. I'm talking about Anita Sarkeesian. Anita Sarkeesian actually has 5 videos where she's talking about women of the history, and 3 of the women of the history happen to be not white. You have a black woman and 2 Asians, a Chinese and a Japanese. Well, the black, Chinese, and Japanese are all portrayed by the same fucking white cis face. Anita.
Did she have Maria?
Nobody's bitching about her whitewashing. Well, they might after this.
Because she's preaching the right gospel. Otherwise, they'd probably be all over her ass like stink on shit.
They are about everything else, so that's good.
Okay, so I redid stuff. And by the way, all-white cast of a fucking movie, I'd buy that for $1. No, seriously. What?
Well,
with the
right? Okay,
here, hold on.
Yeah,
hold on. So let me just say this: with all the whole fucking race baiting, I'm gonna call each and every goddamn fucking minority out right now. Irish people were the first goddamn slaves. You want to know why we don't bitch about it? Because we utilize alcohol to cope with it, okay? Now, how's that for your ancestral fucking slavery? Okay? Fuck off with that goddamn fucking race card shit. You approach me with it, I'm gonna deck you in your fucking mouth.
Okay, so do the black people, but the issue is they don't have as strong as alcohol tolerance as we Irish.
Here's where I brought up Medea, okay? Just like shows in the 90s, like Family Matters, fucking... Oh, what was the other one? There's a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all these shows. They had white people in them, but they were like horrible, terrible...
Or dumb.
Actually, Fresh Prince was awesome.
I know, but what I'm saying is no one cries racism when it's an all-black movie or an all-black show. But if it's all white, can't have that.
How about remaking the movie Selma with all white people? That would be fun.
I'm gonna get a bunch of Irish people together in any like all-black movie that we go to see, or any... fucking all women movie, and we're gonna be like, oh, that's sexist, that's racist, and they're gonna look at us like, what? We're gonna be like, yeah, try and fuck with us. We're drunk enough to beat your ass, bitch.
If anyone says I'm racist, I just like the movie Selma. So.
Hey, any Irish man will tell you never piss off an Irish woman because you don't know if you're gonna wake up hungover or missing a dick.
I'll see your Irish woman. I'll raise you Italian.
Why do you think Irish? Oh wait, fuck! I put the link in twice. Why do you think Irishmen passed out on the fucking lawn?
And of course, no one complains either when some actor does a really horrible Irish stereotypical accent in a movie.
Yeah,
like Brad Pitt,
or Italian Mob.
That too.
There's a difference between gingers and Irish people.
But you don't hear Asian people going like, "There's not enough Asian." No, they're not doing that.
They're too busy learning shit, like quantum physics and shit.
Okay, Asians already make up almost half of the world's population. I think we got plenty of Asians.
No, I know, but none of them are getting up and complaining. Is what I'm saying. Like it's only.
But you got to keep in mind too that Black people and Irish were not the only slaves as well. The Chinese were slaves for the American Western worlds as well.
But most of the people decrying racism and talking about there aren't enough Black people are almost always white. That's what
every time I hear there's not enough Black people, well, you're only 10% of the population. Get over yourself.
Oh, these SJW types. It's like there's not. We need more Black people that are standing up and saying, you know, this Black Lives Matter crap is stupid.
Oh, we do get tons of them. They get called coons and shit.
I know. Yeah, your Uncle Tom. That's right.
But I also see like characters, like say, the main character in Dark Tower, which is now Idris Elba, who is supposed to be, he's specifically specified as looking like Clint Eastwood, a white guy with blue eyes.
And those books are so long. Jesus, I don't know what they're gonna do with the movie. They're gonna have to cut so much out of it.
And no, a black guy is. A black guy is playing the main character in Dark, and nobody is saying, "Oh,
Sargon did a video on it."
It's the same black guy who's going to be playing James Bond.
Most
God,
likely.
I hope not.
That will be retarded as well. But if you create something new and original, I don't have any issues with it. But if you do existing characters. Let's say comic book characters where supposedly the new Mary Jane, who is a white or redhead, is now a black chick, most likely.
Yeah, I mentioned that. It's like all you have to do is make a character. It's not that hard.
You know what? They keep talking about whitewashing. Can we not start busting their ass about blackballing?
See, I guarantee you that if we did like Medea Star Wars, you know, all black cast.
Oh gosh, Medea Star Wars, that would be hilarious as fuck to watch.
No, but I'm just saying in the entire movie.
No,
all black
seriously
people,
though.
Right?
Imagine Medea as a Jedi warrior.
No, she would be a Sith just right off the bat.
No, she joins the dark side and says, "Fuck you all. You take care of yourself."
You know
now.
what? I would rather watch fucking Big Mama's house.
Well, yeah, but it would be fun to watch Medea try to be a Jedi because you know the second she throws on that lightsaber, she's gonna kill herself with it.
But you know what my point was? My point was that it was like if we did an all-black cast of Star Wars, they probably still would find something to bitch about.
Yeah, well, it's not
how these white people want everything black. It doesn't make sense to me.
They would probably bitch about it's not a trans black person who's in a wheelchair, missing an arm, and is blind and is mute as well.
Black Lives Matter has gotten all the white feminists to be on their side and speak for them. That's what they've done, and it's incredible to watch.
It just makes movies boring.
Big Mama's House was the shit, by the way. You guys have a lot of people in the chat right now. They're all like spamming for attention. Last Sigil, how you doing?
You attention whores in the chat.
Hey, you know what? At least they know that they're being acknowledged.
You can come on my stream because we haven't streamed in a while.
I'm about to stream video games, so I win.
No, I think that I haven't streamed.
I'm actually currently talking to Undoomed, so that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
You fucking e-slept.
Yeah, you gonna work together? Are you gonna do a video together or something?
TK chirp
or
chirp 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 chirp.
What was that?
He was talking to you.
I was saying. I was asking. Are you gonna do a video with Undoomed or something?
No, I'm actually pointing him to the fucktard called Luna, who did a response video to Undoomed's video about Undoomed doing a response video to him being a total lunatic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't a cuck. He's just a fucking retard.
With Lena Dunham. You know what Lena Dunham said now? Have you heard about this?
I wish I had an abortion.
Yeah, she said she met this girl at Planned Parenthood a few years ago in Texas, and she said, "Oh, will you participate in this thing about women's experiences with abortion?" And she goes, "Oh, I haven't had one," or whatever. And then she's talking about it, and then she gets to the end of her tirade, and she goes, "So I still haven't had an abortion, but I wish I had."
I believe we should do some of these people retroactive abortions.
Hold up. Well,
So
you
that
know
she
what?
could experience it.
Well, it would make it. Doesn't she have a boyfriend, or won't he? Won't he pull her hair while he's fucking her?
There was talk about them having kids together, but I hope she doesn't because she molested her sister when they were kids. I don't.
Well, you know what? I could help her out. Grab a pair of needle nose pliers, shove my fist right up in there, grab a hold, and just pull all that shit out. Then she won't ever have to worry about having kids.
Like if it was a guy making comments like that, right? Really rude comment. Guess what would happen? He would get fired from the show he's on. But girls, no, they're not going to fire her at all.
Oh, of course not.
She can say whatever the fuck she wants and stay on that show. It's retarded.
Yep, pretty much.
And like, I don't think she gets it at all. Like that it's not some gift from Santa Claus to have an abortion. It's a traumatizing thing that women go through, you know. So
it should be done.
By the way, Anderdahl. Yeah. By the way, Anderdahl, I know you wanted to address the terrorist attacks that happened in Europe. At least one of them has been identified to have been a refugee, a Muslim refugee who had assaulted everybody that they did and killed all the people at the Christmas market in Berlin.
Yeah, they finally fucking admitted it.
Yeah. Well, no, they did that. They admitted that like late last night.
But they released.
For me, it was like 9 o'clock.
But they knew right away. That's just frustrating.
Yeah, but they released the guy who was the refugee. They caught the wrong guy, so the guy they're looking for is still on.
Yeah, they're still looking for him, but it was a refugee. And the sad thing is, I was in an off-stream hangout with, I believe, Optimus and a few other people. Magnus, I think you were there when I said it. It's a 43% chance, but I have a feeling it was a refugee.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hell,
I was right.
The whole time I was thinking it was about a 98.92% chance that it was going to be a refugee.
Or a migrant.
Yeah, that ambassador shooting still looks really staged. I don't know why it looks that way, but it really does. I don't know what to think. I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, but I don't know what to think about that one.
A stream about that tomorrow. I think this one is a little more laid back about the whole dumb Star Wars.
Well, I was supposed to talk about that last night, but my stream devolved, as always.
The cultural retardedness of the alt-right and the like the SJWs. I don't want to constantly bash SJWs all the time because it gets tiresome. But we also have the alt-right who think they can just because they hate SJWs doesn't mean that they're not retarded.
I'm doing another movie-related thing.
Huh?
You want to know?
My next video, I'm doing a movie-related thing. So,
we're gonna go ahead.
The left.
You know what the difference between our alt-right and regressive left? No. Regressive left actually has power.
Yeah,
true.
Only until January 20th, when Donald Trump takes up office, then the right would have the power. Left will still scream their heads off like grab all the power.
Hold up. How sad is that the very first act Donald Trump's going to have to do when he gets into office is evict a black family from their house?
Yeah.
He's done that.
The problem is that he has a lot of left-wing people in his cabinet.
The left wing still controls the media.
Yeah, the left wing will always control the media. That's a given. But they're looking more and more like fucktards right now because of everything that happened due to the election.
They have Hollywood and they have the universities.
Not really. Trump is putting people who are more like Hillary in his cabinet. He is like Hillary. I mean, so I don't know. I don't know what everyone praising Trump right now. I'm not really.
I'm still saying a great thing Trump could have done was add Sanders to his cabinet.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
Wrong
think Sanders
party,
would have done it because that'd be like betraying 3 times in a row.
To leave his party and go to the other
let's
party.
put it this way: he would. He's already been backstabbed by Clinton, so
Yep.
and
Yeah.
Democratic Party. So why not return the favor?
Doesn't believe in the same ideologies they do.
That and
No, but
maybe he
he
still
did
needs to
run
get
in the
paid.
Democratic Party, and
He's
if
too old anyway.
if he turns his
So is
back on
Trump.
the Democratic Party, then that says a lot, especially to all the Sanders supporters.
Trump is still and Sanders. Sanders looks his age. Trump doesn't.
I know, right?
Well, that's because Bernie
It's
Sanders.
gonna be all that orange creaming that he's doing.
Yeah.
Push the
Well,
lotion on the skin.
You guys do realize the only reason Trump's that color is it just shows he likes those orange cream pops a little too much.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's been losing that orange pigment because he's not bronzing as much.
Oh yeah, probably.
What I'm trying to ask there, Tiki, though, is when you were free next, so that if I have a stream, you can actually be on it.
Not anytime this week because I'm trying to set up my Twitch channel for gaming, and I want to make that like as politically free as possible. This weekend is bad because it's the holidays, and then next weekend is bad because I'm gonna be in a D&D campaign next weekend on the 31st. We're gonna do a shush. At least I get out and have a social life. Anyways, we're gonna have a party on the 31st, and it's a D&D campaign as well. So we're gonna be playing D&D into the New Year's.
That'll be good.
All right, kids. Well, I got a video game calling my name, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and head out.
Same here. You guys have a good night.
Same here.
Yep. Yeah. Everybody's leaving you apparently.
Sorry.
Well, I'm not leaving. Yeah, but the point of
I think
this,
it's just you and I at this point. That's what I'm saying. They all left.
yeah, but it's fine. There's another guy coming in. There we go.
Norwegian guy. Oh.
Yeah. But I'm actually looking forward to this one compared to episode 8 because like Rogue One actually has a decent chance of being a good movie compared to episode 8 because they ruined the whole goddamn lore in episode 7 if you ask me. And Rogue One has no Jedis in it and has a decent chance of actually being a good, decent movie. So,
well, episode 8 is going to be like revealing who Rey is, and there's a rumor that here's a rumor about the Mace Windu thing. The current theory that people have is that Mace Windu survived that fall that he had, and he thought that he was the one because he had that purple lightsaber, which is a balance, right? And he was supposed to balance the Force out, and then he got all pissed off and decided that he wants to kill the Skywalkers or whatever. Anybody that is still a Jedi, he wants to kill them all. And that apparently that Snoke is actually him. That's one theory.
well, but
Rey
Snoke is white.
Palpatine's granddaughter or something.
Yeah, but she's way too overpowered to. How the hell are they gonna make a Kylo Ren challenge after episode 7? That
When Rey, when Rey's there and she hears that voice in her head, the male voice or whatever.
Yeah.
That's actually a clip of Palpatine from the prequels.
Which one?
Voice is the one talking to her.
No, it's Obi-Wan.
I saw someone do an analysis of it, and they said that it was a.
No, it's Ewan McGregor actually recorded. He recorded a sound for episode 7, so it's not Palpatine. It is actually Obi-Wan.
That's another theory too, is that she's Palpatine's granddaughter or something.
Yeah, that might actually be a thing, but I hope she's a Skywalker.
Here's why, though. Every movie, if you look back, you'll see that I'm right. Every Star Wars movie has the series, the prequels and the new trilogy or whatever, they both had, it was a Skywalker versus a Palpatine. Both the prequels and the 1, 2, and the 3, 4, and 5 or whatever.
Well, not the
4, 5,
prequels.
6, sorry.
They
No, not the
prequel.
prequels. The prequels was the guy in the prequels who took power and
yeah,
was
but
converting.
he was converting Anakin, but Anakin never fought Palpatine. Luke did.
No, I know. No, but I'm saying Luke did fight him at one point, but he just gave in and let Palpatine kill, attack Mace Windu and everybody, right? No, Skywalker didn't win that fight because he gave in to the dark side.
Yeah.
And then in the other movies, it was also a Palpatine involved, and it's like, so they've done it the whole time. So this would just be, it wouldn't surprise me if they did that. And it might be possible because.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Andrea Dahl.
Good morning. We're talking about the dump Star Wars hashtag, which was done by the alt-righters.
Yeah,
Trying to.
that was
I find it funny that at first it was supposed to be a joke, and then they took it seriously, and then they took off with this hashtag, you know.
Yeah, I as someone who has seen Rogue One, I can tell you that no Star Wars fan would or should dump this movie.
I'll
Yeah,
watch
as
it
long-
eventually.
As long as there aren't any Mary Sues or Gary Stews in this movie.
There really isn't. I mean, here's the big. Okay, this is not a spoiler, but it's sort of to address the Mary Sue concerns. Felicity Jones's character she is the kind of character. She's not doing everything in this movie. She's not like flying the she's part of a team. You know, you have the pilot, you have the intelligence guy, you have the massive brawler, and Felicity Jones sort of fits in between those things. She's not this super soldier that is invincible. You know, she doesn't have the Force in this movie, so she doesn't act like a Jedi who has powers. She's a regular person, and you get that feeling. The big problem that I had with Force Awakens, and not Force Awakens, but Rogue One, is that the movie starts off kind of slow, but it kicks it up to 11 halfway through the movie. It's a 2-hour movie, and the first hour is mainly introduction to the state of the universe. They really spend a little bit of time on that. A few characters are not done as well. You know, you could have. The reshoots issue is clearly shown a couple of times where the pacing of the story is a little weird. But
Right, but they didn't reshoot it to purposely go against Trump, though.
no, there is nothing like that.
Yeah, and here I'm screen sharing. I'm screen sharing because a Norwegian guy can't see it because he's on his phone.
No,
But
I
it's-
see.
Oh, you can see it.
Mhm.
And
How do you have
from
so many
race-
tabs open? You have, like,
It's
50
YouTube.
tabs.
I'm a YouTube freak, so.
No, I meant if I tried to do that on my computer would shut down on me.
Razor Fist, exactly, and that's what I was clearly dumb Star Wars, which I didn't even advocate for the record, was not ineffectual. So he's saying that dumb Star Wars was actually effective, which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, but I'm sure it didn't affect it very much.
Well, Disney just crossed the 7 billion mark, so I don't think they give a shit at this point. Here's the thing, they spent. I think Disney spent around $4 billion buying Star Wars from George Lucas. They've earned that money back.
Well,
already.
he in his deal he didn't like sell it forever and ever. He sold like the majority of his companies, but not his royalties, so he still gets money.
Yeah, that's true. But and also, I also want to clarify something for any Star Wars fan that might be watching, because there's a lot of people demanding to see the original edits of the original trilogy being released. But there's a problem there, and this is where it gets complicated. Fox owns the rights to the original Star Wars movies, to the original edits of the Star Wars movies. So that's why Disney cannot outright release the originals without consulting with Fox. So it's a complicated license.
I thought Lucas still had them.
No, actually, the licensing rights has been at Fox. He would have to consult with Fox.
So Lucasfilm doesn't own it. That's pretty funny.
Well, he also made in his deal like everything he did, like the 6 movies and the show. Those are canon. They can't touch it anyway. So
it was actually Fox that sold the rights to Disney then?
No. Here's it's very complicated because Lucas owns Star Wars, but you have to remember there are 3 versions of the original
the name
trilogy.
and the idea. That's about it.
Yeah, you have Star Wars, the unedited movies from the 70s and 80s, right? The before special editions. Those movies are licensed to television by Fox, and they're licensed on video by Fox. But the special editions still are a part of George Lucas's. It's all to do. I mean, you have to remember, a lot of people are angry with George Lucas about the whole special editions thing, and let me tell you why they even exist. They exist for one purpose and one purpose only: to make more money, because they could relicense the special editions because they're technically different films. So there's a lot of technicalities that a lot of Star Wars fans need to realize that exist there, and I'm hoping to see the unedited movies. I have the best. I bought a special edition DVD a few years ago. They come with the special editions and the original unedited movies without the CGI. So that's the best copy you can get so far legally.
Nice.
But anyways, back to the.
I was just interrupting to say that I noticed the video. I was just going through my videos on YouTube, and one of my videos last night had like 100 views, and now it has 55. Fucking YouTube.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with YouTube. Not at all.
Yeah,
views from people. And the fact that my money has dropped by more than 50% in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, my Twitter came under assault a couple of months ago because I was on a stream with a few folks, and Queenie, if you know her, happened to be there, and she was defending YouTube heroes, and I was going on the attack, and things got kind of heated, and I was the only one in the entire stream who questioned her on this. And
what pissed me off is I emailed YouTube and their answers are bullshit.
I'm sorry, what?
I emailed YouTube about the problem and their answers are total bullshit.
Yeah, I discussed the YouTube heroes with Queenie, and I basically got it was basically the entire stream came to her defense. But then after the stream, they were like, "No, actually, we agree with you, but we didn't want to say so live." Why?
Well, it's like the other. One day it went down by like $6 or some crap in one day, and then it went down by $5, and it went down another $3. So I emailed YouTube and I said, "I'm getting more views and more subscribers. Why am I making less money off the ads? Like, why is the money I already earned going down?"
Yeah, you also have to consider that advertising kind of works very weird right now on YouTube. You have a lot of,
but it shouldn't take away stuff you already have.
No, I don't know what's happening there. I mean, there's been a lot of controversy lately with YouTube. If they keep this shit up, it's going to be a mess. You're seeing a lot of the bigger channels starting to move to other platforms. You know, it's like what Angry Joe has to do now. Whenever he talks about a movie trailer or does a movie trailer reaction, he has to get around the copyright system by playing different music over the trailer. He can't even react to a trailer anymore without being flagged.
Yeah. No, I know, and it's just like when I emailed them, they're just like, "Oh, you know, well, time of year and location of your viewers and all this other stuff can affect it." I'm like, yes, it can, but it wouldn't make it drop like overnight by half.
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't.
Well, I think we've said everything on Dumb Star Wars. I think we can continue off air. Is there anything you want to share or say before we close down the stream?
No, not really.
No, not really.
All right. Thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Bye.